How to increase your hair density. Welcome and welcome back to Natural Hair Care 101. My name is Jamila, and in our previous class we talked about a few characteristics when it comes to low and high density and how it's also possible to go from high density to low density. So in this video we're going to go over a few causes and solutions for anyone who's been experiencing hair thinning. So when it comes to hair loss or hair thinning, you first want to identify the root cause. So a few causes of hair thinning and density loss can be hormonal changes such as pregnancy, postpartum, birth control, menopause. These are a few themes that can contribute to hair loss because our hormones can definitely control our hair cycle. Stress can also be a big factor. Emotional stress, anxiety, depression. Too much stress can reduce your blood flow to the scalp, and blood flow to your hair follicles is essential when it comes to hair growth. Nutritional deficiencies can also be a cause. If you're low on iron, vitamin D, zinc, or protein, that is a recipe for weak hair strands and hair thinning. And if you're not eating well enough, your hair might not be getting what it needs. Scalp or hair damage. So harsh chemicals, heat stylings, too much tension, super tight hairstyles, that can essentially cause traction alopecia, which is what I'm currently treating right now from getting way too many braids. And then there's actual medical conditions that can contribute to hair loss as well.
And these are medical conditions that first need to be treated before proceeding with hair growth solutions.
So now once you've identified the cause, you can now proceed with finding solutions. So let's talk solutions. Your diets. You want to nourish your hair from the inside. So you want to eat your protein, your iron, and omega-3s. And if needed, you could add supplements. Iron supplements, zinc, biotin. I'm currently taking the Root Hair Growth Multivitamin. I'm currently on my first month, so I'll share more of my journey later on. But making sure you're getting the right nutrients and your vitamins is definitely key. You also want to take care of your scalp with scalp massages, oils. You want to use hair active oils that actually stimulate hair growth, such as rosemary, peppermint. Castor oil is also really good. Not a hair active, but definitely amazing for the scalp. And be gentle with your hair. The super tight hairstyles, you definitely want to limit those, because if you want your hair to grow back, you need to cut out the root cause or at least minimize it. You also want to limit heat and also start using sulfate-free shampoos. Certain sulfates can be a bit too harsh for your hair, so check for those in your ingredient list when you're shopping for shampoo. Now, we also want to stimulate hair growth. So we talked about scalp massages. You can also try microneedling and treatments like minoxidil.
And minoxidil is only effective when the cause of your hair loss is temporary, removed, or treated. If it's an ongoing condition or due to genetic hair loss, this will be considered a lifetime treatment to maintain the hair growth. And if your hair follicles are permanently damaged or scarred, minoxidil will not be effective at all.
Lastly, you want to manage your stress, especially if that is the root cause of your hair loss. So things like meditating, journaling, calming the mind. Journaling or writing things down helps you with clearing the mental space. Meditation is also a good practice for calming the mind, and also just sleeping more. More sleep equals less stress. Healthy hair growth is definitely a lifestyle, and you just have to be committed to it. It does take time, especially when you're trying to regrow your hair, but consistency is key. Next week is scalp week, so we'll be talking more about scalp care and how to properly care for your scalp. So if you're ready for scalp care week, make sure you comment scalp care ready with a green check. And that is all for today's class.